Asa senpai, and I can senpai too. Yeah, that's your name, senpai. They were walking toward me while raising their hands. Their beauty stood out amongst the other students.
Hello.
Why was that in English?
こんにちはですわ。
And that wasn't. It's unusual to see the two of you here. You usually bring your lunch from home, right? Oh, seriously, why do sometimes, like, they just say it in English sometimes? It's kind of random.
仮に学食組でも今は3次元目でしょ。昼食目当てじゃ来ないわよ、僕たち。だいたいお弁当組なのはりんちゃんも一緒でしょ。だったら理由も同じなんじゃない？
Well, this is the closest vending machine to my class.
前の時間が体育でしたので、喉が渇いてしまいましたの。
Gareha senpai replied with a smile. Can you pronounce your name, please? I don't know how to pronounce it.
そうそう、こっち来るついでに見てきたけど、可愛いじゃない？
You know, one way of, like, if you can't pronounce something, type it into Google Translate and then hear what the pronunciation is. That's the closest I could get to freaking figuring out some pronunciations like that.
まだ深海にいた頃に少しお見かけしただけですけれど、シア様、綺麗になられましたわ。あれじゃあ男子も騒ぐわけよね。そして兄さんは恨まれてしまうわけですわね。
Don't talk about it like it's a joke. I'm about to cry here.
それでりんちゃんとしては本命は誰なわけ？
I haven't even thought about it.
じゃあ今考えて。
You're really enjoying this, aren't you?
やっぱりね。そうは楽しめない状況じゃない？
Yeah.
だったら楽しんでおかないと。
While you're still alive, pretty much. Just like, we're just enjoying this. This is like, how long will he survive in this school now with 3 clubs out to kill him?
あさちゃんはお祭りごとが大好きですから。
Please don't make fun of me.
です。
Kariha, whatever, senpai pointed at her mouth and tilted her head with concern.
このままの場合、あさちゃんは勝手に楽しみ始めてしまうのではないかと。きっとあさちゃん作主演兄さんの面白おかしく感動的な物語が学園中に。ちなみに僕の考えではやっぱり楓が単独トップかな。
Somehow I didn't think she was just joking around. She really would spread the rumor that saw me tortured. I might as well be honest with her if she's going to destroy my life anyway. At this particular moment, I'm more interested in... what? I get to choose? You're putting me on the spot here, so I'll just say someone else for now. None of them.
いないって。じゃあ、あの3人以外？りんちゃんって意外と贅沢？
What do you mean by that? I figured this was the safest answer. If I honestly told her, she'd only get even crazier.
ということは、あさちゃんが相手ということもありますわね。はあ。
Wait, I was supposed to say what as well? Asa senpai and I raised our voices at the same time. No, we didn't, because I was like momentarily confused.
息が合ってます。
That's not the point.
まあ、確かに今の2人の気持ちは同じではあると思うけど、お二人の思いは同じ。まあまあまあ、兄さんはすでにそこまで。
What are you talking about?
スイッチ入っちゃったみたいね。とりあえずりんちゃんの今の気持ちはよくわかりました。最終的に誰がどうなるかはわからないけど頑張ってね。
Yeah, I'll do some soul searching, even though I'm scared. I smile for no reason as I spoke. My life in this academy will be full of hope and despair, at least I won't be bored. That was probably an important decision as well. So I have no idea if that'll, alter anything or what. The Sunshine Town shopping arcade was at the center of the city and where everyone gathered. They established it when the academy was built, but it's referred to as the Sunlight Way. It was always crowded with students from the academy on weekdays and young people from other cities on the weekends. There were lots of youth-orientated stores as well as supermarkets for actual essentials.
Rin-chan!
Asa-senpai. Someone was walking towards me with light steps and calling my name. Her bright, energetic expression was very much like her. Are you shopping for ingredients for sweets again? As Kaide's mentor, Asa-senpai's cooking skills were extraordinary. No wonder she was president of the cooking club. Her cakes in particular were amazing, possibly even the best in the world, and since she liked eating them, she baked them all the time at home too. As such, she was regularly spotted in the shopping arcade purchasing ingredients for making sweets.
残念。僕はカレハと待ち合わせ。美味しいケーキ屋さん見つけたの。りんちゃんは？やっぱり誰かとデート？
I'm not going anywhere that excites you. I'm just here to do the shopping.
もう、りんちゃん相変わらずガードが硬いんだから。僕的意見では、あんな美人3人もはべらせといて、未だに彼女がいないっていうのも立派な犯罪だと思うんだけど。それとも、ひょっとしてこの人？
Get out of here. I'm a healthy straight male. I'm interested in girls. But I have to admit that I usually stay calm because Itsuki's always hanging around. He is way too passionate about girls. What about you, Asa-senpai? I never heard any rumors about you hooking up with the guys.
これはまた痛いカウンターを。そりゃあね、僕としても興味がないわけじゃないんだけど、ほら、一緒にいるのがカレハだから、男の子の目はどうしてもそっちに行っちゃうわけでして。
Well, she does stand out. She had long, gorgeous blonde hair, soft, pretty eyes, and a beautiful voice. She was definitely towards the top of the Academy's prettiest girls list, but I wondered why people weren't too crazy about her. Perhaps her habit of mentally wandering off was hurting her reputation. I think you're pretty high class too, Asa-senpai. I don't think Kaida-senpai wins out over you. You're both very pretty. Her facial temperature rose rapidly. I thought it was adorable how she reacted to comments like that.
もう、りんちゃんってば相変わらずだな。そういうことを平然と言えちゃうあたり。いや、僕なんかを立てても何も出ないんだから。
I'm not trying to get anything from you. I honestly thought she was pretty good looking.
それじゃあどう？独り身同士ということで、これから僕とデートする？
Hey, don't fool around. You just told me that you're meeting up with whatever, senpai.
あ、覚えてた？
Man, at this rate, with the way this is going, you just go the neutral route. You're just like, well, either way you go, you're screwed, really, because you're gonna piss off people. But I don't think there is a neutral thing, but can you imagine that? You're just like, I don't want to hurt this person's feelings, or this person's feelings, this person's feelings, this person's feelings. It ends up neutral ending. I've only seen a neutral ending in a visual novel once, and it was in canon, and I still have not got around to showing that. There's this neutral ending, during Mai's route, there's one choice where, if you don't choose to jump in to stop her, you, end up with a neutral ending that ends with you just, he's just yeah, the year's gone by and all that, and he doesn't end up with anyone. It's really random. Asa-senpai stuck her tongue out and smiled. Looks like my attitude was the reason why she wouldn't look at me as a member of the opposite sex.
それじゃ僕 は行くね。今度、本当に二人でケーキ食べに行こうね。
She ran off with a smile. I think it'd be fun to hang out with her, but I think I'd be too exhausted. I started walking along the Sunline Way by myself. I searched for some clothes I'd like while blending in with the crowd. I went window shopping for a while, and just when I was getting ready to go home, something stopped me. I saw a claw machine in the arcade across the street. An interesting looking girl was standing in front of it. Yeah, I had a feeling it was gonna be this chick, the other character. Because, I don't know. I vaguely remember the introduction of it in the anime, but that was it. There wasn't anything special about her, but she caught my eye. She had two long ponytails on each side of her head, making her look young but mature. Her body was thin and small, and her ears were uniquely long. She looked like a doll. She stared quietly at the claw machine, which was filled with stuffed cats. Why do they always have those kind of goofy looking cats like that? Always with that same kind of face. She wasn't playing the game, just staring at it. The whole scene was like a painting, and I continued to stare.
キャッチャーマシーンで幼子は取れないよ。
Someone tapped my shoulder and I heard a familiar voice. I turned and saw that it was Itsuki.
まあ、どうしてもと言うなら、2、3人紹介してあげてもいいよ。
Did you just say something that outrageous?
俺様の交友範囲は10の位が1以上4以下だからね。リンの好みの年代だって大勢いるさ。
What the hell is with this guy, man? You think I like him that young?
何？決して恥じることじゃないさ。あれくらいの年代の子にしかない美だってあるんだし、行き過ぎてさえしまわなければいいんだよ。
I know there's nothing I can say to correct you. Just say whatever you want.
ミスターロリペドフィン。
I need to hurt you for that one.
自分で言った言葉には責任を持ってほしいね。好きに言ってくれとか言ったくせに。ほらほら、その拳を開いて開いて。すぐ逆上するのはリンの悪い癖だよ。
Itsuki made fun of me and forced me to unclench my fists. I wish I could kill someone just by thinking.
おや？
Suddenly, Itsuki turned away. He shook his head while looking over my shoulders.
悪いね、リン。前言撤回だ。しっかり取れたみたいじゃないか。
Huh? As I looked behind me, I saw the little girl grabbing my clothes. She was grabbing my shirt and staring at my face without saying anything. Why is there a cat stuck to your arm? What is it? She stayed quiet and continued to stare at me while holding my clothes.
リン、
A quiet voice escaped from her lips.
リン。
She spoke again. I finally realized that she was calling my name. Yeah, I'm Rin.
ねりね、知ってる？
Are you Nerini's friend? Her body moved suddenly. She started holding me tight.
へえ、リンって意外に子供受けするタイプなのかもしれないね。
Hey, this is not the time to be joking around.
リン、やっと見つけた。
What do you mean you found me?
リン、安心していいよ。俺様たちはずっと友人だ。決してその趣味を否定したりはしないから。
Don't say something that might be misunderstood by other people.
リン、見つけた。
Hey, little girl. She hugged me tighter as if she was a lost girl who found her mother. For better or worse, Nirini was sweeping the street in front of her house's gate. The Devil's Princess was sweeping in front of her house with a broom. The whole scene seemed extremely strange to me. Irene.
リン様、おはようございます。どうかされましたか？疲れたような顔をされてますけど。
Irene stopped sweeping to peer worriedly at my face. I'm exhausted and I'm possessed. Irene followed my gaze as I looked towards my feet, then she finally noticed the double ponytail that was holding onto my clothes.
リムちゃん？
She shouted. Homunculus? Oh, come on, I've heard the pronunciation, man. I've freaking seen Full Metal Alchemist. I can't remember how it was pronounced.
そう、魔界と深海とが協力して作り上げた最強の魔力の持ち主。それがこのプリムラさ。
She does. I looked at the little girl drinking juice beside me. She looked like an ordinary devil girl. We were now in the Fuyu family's living room. I invited Irene and the King of the Devils over in order to ask about this little girl who followed me home.
気をつけておくれよ。研究の甲斐あって間違いなく最強の魔力は持っているんだけれどね。困ったことにその制御が全くできない。暴発したらこの町どころか都道府県の一つくらい消滅するよ。とにかく無制限で強化したからね。
So she's like a walking nuclear weapon.
放射能をまき散らさない分、地球に優しいクリーンな兵器だね。
Yeah, but there would be quite a bit of an explosion, you know.
おっと、りんちゃん、紅茶のおかわりはいるかい？
Awfully calm about it, aren't you? Yes, please. The King of the Devils smiled and poured some tea inside of my cup. Wait, why are you serving me tea?
ごめんなさい。私がやるべきなんですけれど、魔王様がどうしてもって。
安心したまえ、りんちゃん。こう見えても私の趣味は家事でね。こういった作業は大得意なのだよ。いやそれどころか大好きなのだよ。
This just keeps getting more and more ridiculous. Are you really the King of the Devils?
どこからどう見ても魔王そのものじゃないか。
I bet the number of devil worshippers is decreasing. Yeah, that's... Why did they have to call them, like King of the Gods, King of the Devils, just like... It's just... Seems really weird and makes it all the more weird when you get scenes like this. Does that mean that he's contributing to world peace?
家では世間体がどうとか言ってね、ママもネリネちゃんも私になかなか家事をやらせてくれないんだよ。
What if they just named him, literally just like, you know what, for his name, we'll call him Satan, just to add to the ridiculousness of all this.
その分、休日の家事は私が全部やることになっているんだけれどね。
I now know that the human's impression of the devils was totally wrong. I made a mental note to rid myself of all stereotypes, otherwise I'd be shocked to find out the truth about who knows what else. Anyway, why did they make a homunculus?
とある魔法を研究するのにね、どうしても強大な魔力の持ち主が必要なんだよ。その魔法は実用化されれば3世界のありようを根底から変えられるほどの力を持っている魔法でね。人工生命体は全部で3体作られた。皆違った方法によるものではあったんだけれど、過去の2体はその強大な魔力を制御しきれずに終わってしまった。
In other words, they died. The king and Irene were both wearing serious expressions.
プリムラはその中で一番年下の3号体さ。あまり他の者と付き合おうとしないんだが、ネリネちゃんだけには多少懐いている。ま、姉妹みたいなものと思ってくれて構わないよ。
Prima, whatever, continued to eat her cake with a blank expression on her face. She looked like an ordinary girl to me, so let me guess, you're that kind of like the lowly, standard lowly character, but with like the added emotionless kind of ness to it, I guess.
でも、なぜそのプリムラちゃんが人間界に？
まあ、それは本人に聞いてみるのが一番だろうね。プリムラ？
She looked at him as he called her name. She started speaking as she ate her cake.
リンに会いに来た。
Her silent eyes looked at me and I could see my face in her sad purple irises.
どんな人なのか会ってみたかった。ずっと話聞いてたから。リムちゃん。
Renee's concerned, gentle voice wrapped around Primula. God damn it, my pronunciation sucks. Primula's small body. Primula just continued to look at me with a blank expression, just like when she first saw me. I figured she'd been interested in me after hearing about me from Renee for such a long time.
お父様、結局リムちゃんはどうするのですか？
Seriously, what would there be to talk about, the guy? Seriously. Just like one thing that happened when they were younger, that's it. How can you go on and on about something like that? For so long. The king of the devil smiled softly to his concerned daughter.
まあ、無理に魔界へ連れて帰ってダダをこねられても面倒だしね。しばらくうちに住まわせて様子を見るというのが一番だろう。もっとも研究そのものが終わったわけじゃない。また施設の方へ戻らなければならなくなるだろうけれど。
He said while looking at Primula's face. She shook her head in refusal.
ここに住む。
What?
私はここがいい。リンがいる。
She grabbed my sleeve while speaking with her expressionless voice, her tight grip presenting her strong will.
リムちゃん。
The king crossed his arms and started thinking while observing Primula's reaction. After only a few seconds, he came up with a solution.
どうだいリンちゃん、可愛いペットを一人飼ってみないかい？トイレのしつけもしっかりしているし、なんなら抱き枕の代わりでも問題ない。
Are you nuts? Perhaps he'd planned this from the start. I'm sorry, but I'm just a freeloader. It's not up to me. I looked at Kaede for help, but she smiled gently.
私はリン君がいいと言うんでしたら構いませんよ。
That's exactly what I expected to hear. Can't you at least think about it for a bit, Kaede? Why are you pulling an... It's like a kicker-san, man. Just like, yes, you can stay. Of course, unlike a Kiko, just like a Kiko with like have her hand on her face doing that kind of usual thing, yes. So what should I do? Screw it. I didn't really have a reason to refuse her. Plus, I felt bad to reject her since she came all the way here to meet me. Okay, we'll take care of her. I took a pause and nodded deeply.
リン。
She had no expression, but somehow I felt like her voice sounded a little happy. The king and the devils and Nerine went back home soon after the sky started turning red.
ごめんなさい。ちょっと遅くなっちゃいますけど、すぐに晩ご飯の支度しますね。少し待っていてください。
She poured some tea in my cup as she spoke. Primula stared at Kaede as if seeing something strange. Well, nice to meet you. I'm, Rin, Shimi, blah blah. Kaede also smiled at Primula as I introduced myself to her.
不要楓です。よろしくね。リン。楓。
Primula looked at Kaede.
使用人。
Big mistake. Absolutely not.
でも、 似たようなものですね。
You think it's funny?
リン君のお世話をしているという意味では変わりませんか
Am I the only one who thinks this is wrong?
ら。プリムラ、よろしく。
She said in a monotone. For some reason though, it seemed to me that she was just being shy. Perhaps she has emotions but doesn't yet know how to express them. Yeah, nice to meet you. I patted her small head with my hand. Her face remained unchanged, but she seemed happy. First the Furyu family and then the Toshimi family. Now another family member has joined his house. No sound effect for that? Man, why am I still recording?